Hey guys, how's it going? Starting a couple of minutes early tonight, I think. Yeah, it's 3 minutes to 6. Actually, on time. So I can see you guys in the chat. How's it going, everybody? How is everyone on this Saturday evening? Well, at least if you're in Europe, it's Saturday evening. It's Saturday morning or afternoon if you're in the US. And, well, it's nighttime if you're further east. So, what's going on, guys? Oh, I can see what someone's asking what type of things they make in Unity, first-person games. Yeah. Do you know, I think that's the most common thing people do in Unity, first-person games. So easy, isn't it? So, guys, if any of you were here last live stream, we played a couple of games and we finished off with Deep Within. So I'm going to play a little bit more of Deep Within today, and then we're going to build something in this little project here. We'll have a little bit of fun. And I'll talk to you fantastic people. So, who have we got here? I can see a couple of regulars in here. Chat's not going too fast, thank Lord. Lucrezia, I can see. How's it going, man? Prime Hunter Studios, hey Jimmy. Hey, how's it going? Roy, hi, how are you? Good to see everyone. It's good to see everyone. So let's load up this Deep Within. Not sure why I had so many people asking about Deep Within recently. It's kind of bizarre. If this game's been in development since 2015, and then we kind of shelved it earlier this year. Yeah, this year I think it was. And now people seem quite interested in it. Very strange. So yeah, we saved the game, didn't we? So let's load up where we were.
I decided to take the path on the left.
So what's everyone been doing so far today?
I don't know at this point.
But
I seem to have
what kind of things are we making today in Unity, guys?
I'm still struggling
Let
to
me
figure
know.
out what is going on, but I'm still hoping this will be the way out of here.
Do you know, I think I might need to turn the volume up on this. Let's Alt-Tab out of that. Just turn my volume up a little. I think I need to get some more health, don't I? Where am I from? I am from England. Originally from a place called Liverpool, but I don't live there anymore.
I'm getting sick of looking at these dull halls now.
Finally? I thought you'd never come out of that.
What do you mean?
Put the torch
So
down
Naveen
and
says,
watch
hey Jimmy,
this.
I have small doubt. Is it as good as they say it is in the gaming industry? For me personally, yes. I enjoy what I do with these tutorials, and
What is this
yeah,
place?
it's not exactly a full-time job, but it is a lot of fun to do what I do.
I'll explain
So
it to
depending on
you.
what you do
After
in
your little breakdown
the
when
gaming
you lost
industry,
her, you
it can be fun.
experienced depression.
Depression?
I suppose programming is going to be tough, but I
That's
love
right.
theory,
And now
logic,
you're tired of feeling
numbers,
this
and
way.
everything. So yeah, for me, programming is
That's true.
awesome.
But where are we now?
So yeah, as we go
Welcome to
through this, you'll
confusion.
still see glitches here and there of bits and bobs that we never quite fixed because we just abandoned the game, unfortunately. But yeah, it's still in a playable state. Now I've got to remember what I do.
Press that switch over there and let's see what happens.
Really need to get myself some health.
So, are you going to tell me who you are and where we are?
Ah,
I am you,
Jogo
and you
Praz.
alone.
What does that even mean?
Dois?
My name is Lily.
He's from Brazil
and
anyway.
I'm your voice of
Good to see you from
reason,
Brazil.
Guilt, shame, joy, you name it.
So, my conscience?
Not exactly.
Prime Hunter Studio says, hey
Who's the other
Jimmy,
guy?
are these
Luke.
tutorials on your channel
Who's
for
he?
story-based 3D
Your
games,
voice
kind of
reason,
cutscene storyboard
guilt,
content stuff?
shame.
You
They're
just
for
said that
anything
was
you
you.
want it to be, really.
Yes, we are all one and the
You
same.
can make whatever you want. I mean, you could take multiple different
just keep
series that I
moving.
have, combine it all together and make your own thing. But things like storyboard is something I'll be putting together in the RPG. Things like cutscenes I'll be doing in RPG as well. But cutscenes and stuff like that I won't cover in, say, the Super Mario series. So you can take different things from here, there, and everywhere. I try and cover as much as I possibly can in the tutorials. Lucrezia. Pause fantasy for now, but working on a prequel project. Fancy it's hopefully gonna. Okay, okay. Seriously, don't give up completely on that game, Lucrezia, because
What's that
it
golden
really does
sphere
look
for?
like it could
Touch
be
it and
something.
find out.
Ah, health. Now, if anyone notices what this is from, let me know. It was just kind of a thing we stuck in there for quick reference.
What happened then?
Looks like we moved forward
Oh, Czech
in this
Republic.
maze.
So you're
Try that golden sphere.
about an hour ahead of me in England. Is that right, rich men? Ah, you and we have the next one, Mr. or Miss Doshi from India. And Roy, super chat. Roy, thank you very much, my good friend. It's always the Scousers that give the love, isn't it? Always the Scousers. Kilo, how's it going, man? Can't wait for Deep Within to get released. Well, thing is, Kilo, the amount of interest I've had in Deep Within recently has kind of made me think maybe I should actually carry on with it.
What's
but
this weird
the thing
blue
is,
sphere?
I think
I
I'm
have
kind of
no
out of touch
idea.
with a couple of people
Let's
that
take it anyway.
made this with me. So I'm not sure where I stand on that. I might have to kind of get someone else helping on this. Lucrezia, Left 4 Dead, well done. That's the one. That's the one where it's taken from. I was in the middle of actually building a proper medkit myself in Blender while the Kickstarter was on last year, but then the Kickstarter failed and I never finished it. It's still sitting on my hard drive incomplete. Loads of stuff actually is. Right, I don't remember what I'm doing here. No, straight on I want to go. Hey, there we go.
I think that blue sphere goes in here.
It does. Thank you, Lily. There we go. So yeah, what we got?
It opened!
What have we got? Yeah, Richmond says, yeah, 1904, yeah, an hour ahead. See, I'm pretty decent with my time zones. I'm pretty decent. You know, it's a while since I've actually played this.
This
Well,
must
this
be the
level, I should
keystone
say.
for the second pedestal back there.
Oh yeah, it does, that's right. Okay. Your tutorials are awesome and really fun for a teen like me. Good to, do you know what? I like seeing young people actually learning from what I do. The world today is at such a different place from when I was young. So when I was young, no one really developed games like what the indie scene is today. It's really evolved from then. Whoa! Okay, yeah. Okay, so if I remember, guys, either the left or right path opens and it's completely random, so I don't know which one is going to open for us, but we'll soon see. Hey Jimmy, have you seen a program called Crazy Bum? It's really easy for making normal mappings. I haven't actually. To be honest, Unity has a pretty easy way of doing normal maps anyway. I plan on working on a complex game after working on a few games in Indie Studio, but there are barriers for this game like character rig failure. Yeah. Do you know what? I've always found designing characters and rigs and all that to be a bit pain in the backside, if I'm honest. Kilo, who are the voice actors for this? The voice actors are Lily is voiced by Jessica Rainville. Luke is voiced by Michael Santiago.
Weird.
Like
And
I said,
our lead character is voiced by
confusion.
Brad
What
Smith.
comes next?
Now,
We'll have to wait and
the only
see.
one I think I can still get in touch with Jessica and Michael. Not 100% sure on Brad, but we'll see how it goes. Mr. Scotty to Hottie. This game is Deep Within, and what you're currently seeing right now is a severely incomplete section of the game with plenty of glitches and bugs. So, yeah. One day it may end up complete. Well, what am I doing? It's down here. Seriously, I made this game and I can't remember what I'm doing. Oh. Bugger. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, streams generally are about 20 to 60 seconds behind because it's got to add it's like latency, isn't it? I've set this to at least 30 seconds behind just so as the stream is kind of constant rather than laggy or anything. Right, so if I remember rightly in this bit, press this button and the floor goes a bit mad.
All it did was raise the floor behind us.
Oh, I get it.
Oh,
I was thinking of something else.
What does that mean?
To put it simply, we need to find the 2 red spheres quickly, or we aren't getting through that door at all.
Okay, got them. Okay, now we need to get through this door. Good time to waste, because I don't want to fall down. Na. There we go.
Well, we made it out in one piece.
How do you know so much about this place? More to the point, where is this place?
Oh, what's going on
I'll
here?
I'll level with you. Everything you see and do here is all inside your mind. Are you guys really
arguing about
all of what you hear from Luke and me is inside your mind. You created
MS Gaming, this is called Deep Within. And as I said, this is a very early,
I thought you'd left us.
Slightly broken version of this particular area.
That's inconsiderate.
It depends on the Wi-Fi and what stream is used. Yeah, so I'm using OBS, so I'm not sure what kind of that has an effect on the stream itself. Okay, so we're coming to the end of this particular bit now. It's funny, really, because the next section
in the floor is the only way out of here.
Yes, I know.
Down we go, then.
Obviously. Yeah, the next section is more built up than this section. We kind of put off on this slightly and then went to the next one. But yeah, this is the end. Ooh, I'll collect that. Got 10 orbs now. I think I've missed the relic in here because I'm not sure where it was. Okay, down we go.
I'm slowly starting to understand what is going on here.
Not arguing, just discussing.
I've already made
always
it
a discussion, isn't it?
And those 2 voices are being a bit more helpful, so what have I got to lose?
So J Lightning says, using Unity at a minimap. When I run the game, the minimap moves to a direction. How to fix it?
You've got to be kidding me. Another cell?
Just make sure your camera's facing the right way.
This isn't confusion anymore, though.
So what is it?
Guilt.
So I have something to feel guilty about?
We'll see soon enough.
Enough chat. Let's get out of this dirty, smelly place.
Okay, so I'm in jail cell. Yeah, okay, let's get out.
There's a hole in the wall here.
Let's go through them. Kilo, yes, every stream I do, I have it on the channel. I think I've got a playlist as well, so you can kind of go backwards and see everything. And Lucrezia, if I understood quantum physics, I'll tell you what, I'd be a genius. Right, where am I going? Exit this way.
It's locked.
Okay, it's locked. How to fix a mesh collider? The hitbox empty because I'm making a game, but all my enemies have a broken hitbox. One is big out and one lying down. I'm not quite sure what you mean. To be honest, a mesh collider can sometimes be a bit of a pain, simply because if the mesh itself that it's trying to cover has lots of tries in it, it can kind of be a bit laggy
this place
on
seems very familiar.
The game. So just be careful when you're using that kind of thing. Investigation office. Let's go in here. There's a thing over there. Now I'm going to do something, and if someone is in the chat and haven't said anything, you know who this dude is. Yeah. If you know who this is, say something in the chat. get out of here. Hey man, just tuned in. This is your game. Yes, this is something that I have been making for a couple of years now, but we kind of shelved it earlier this year because we never got the funding to fully complete it. So what you're seeing is a half-finished version of a game called Deep Within.
It's very dark.
Roy can't stay. Girlfriend has the dinner on.
It's definitely creepy.
Oh man.
I know it's creepy.
Do you know what? I'm
Couldn't
having
you have
Mackey's
taken
after
us
this.
somewhere else?
You say that like I could actually choose where I go right now.
Locker rooms, offices. Let's go this way. What will be your next series? My next series is going to be how to make a survival horror. I've already put the pieces together and I'm going to ask you guys what kind of things you want to see in a survival horror game. And that's what I'll be piecing together. Tim, nice to see you again. Adam, yes. Yes, you were. A long time ago, if I remember rightly. I do. I do remember you. You were. No, that is not me, by the way. Jogo, that's not a picture of me. In fact, anyone that's asking, no, that is not me. No, it's not. Randy Orton. Who's Randy Orton? Staff room. Oh, there's a relic there. Let's get the relic. Now this is locked, this one, isn't it?
It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked.
I wonder if this key will open any of the locked doors in here.
Let's go and
Jump
try
scares.
out the locked
Yep.
doors then.
Jump scares will be one of the most essential things we do in a survival horror because it's kind of a staple of the survival horror genre. So yes, there will be jump scares in it. Character modeling, Kilo. Character modeling is a very tricky thing. To be honest, myself personally, have never been able to model a character properly in Blender. I have tried, and I've kind of given up, but that was a while ago. So, face reveal. Seriously, why is everyone so interested in my face? I did actually have a picture at one point on the Patreon page, but I don't think it's there anymore. I think I removed it. Anyway, as for a face reveal, as you put it, I do actually have another channel in the works called JV Unity Extra. It's going to have lots of other things which aren't tutorials but more specific to how to become like a better developer, tips and tricks for Unity, top 5 assets that you can download for free, all kind of stuff like that. So you'll be seeing me on camera a bit on that channel. And as I always say, it's not pretty to look at.
There's a battery in here.
Let's find where this battery goes.
I remember seeing something by some cells.
Oh, I'll take that. Right, so I've got to go back to them cells, haven't I? Yeah. Lucrezzi says, when you decide to start development again, let me know. I can help out with level design. It's don't get me wrong, Lucrezia, I absolutely will. But it's getting the team together that I had originally that'll be the biggest problem, I think. There's some of the guys that I know personally. I don't think I'll be able to be in touch with them as much soon due to different reasons, but still, not to worry. I'm going to see what happens probably next year. I'm going to see what happens with the channel first, and if I have enough time for Deep with him. Randy Orton is a wrestler. God, I haven't watched wrestling since the 90s. Back in the days of like Jake the Snake and Bret the Hitman Hart and Natural Disasters and Yokozuna, you know. Does anyone remember them wrestlers?
Wait, I remember now. I have been here before.
Hey Marv, which cell are we holding that killer in?
B1. I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it!
Yep, I remember that. Yep. Okay.
You killed somebody?
I don't know.
So here you can see a bit of the story in action. You know, I'm no Steven Spielberg or anything, so... cell office, here we go. So... Ooh, another there.
I went like
yet again
in a dark alley.
Here is this bloke here. If you know who he is, please say in the chat. Stupidity gets you nowhere. Let's use the CCTV, shall we?
What's that on the table?
Zoom in and have a look.
Small. Putting a team together. I did have a team.
It looks
but
like
they've
a
kind of
code
disbanded
for a
a
door.
little. So
Another
I'm hoping I can
code.
get back in touch with them
Let's
maybe
make a
next
note
year
of
and see
it
where we
anyway.
get to with it. We'll soon see. So 713 was the code. 713. Let's go. Back up the steps. Back up the steps. I believe the stream is slightly laggy today, guys. So the funny thing is, I'm actually on my other screen. I can see all you guys chatting, and I actually have the stream running, and I can see it's just a little bit laggy. Jesse Pinkman. I think you spelled Jesse wrong. Jesse's a bloke. Let's admire the pattern forming. Murderous filigree. Does anyone know what that means? Mr. Scotty Too Hottie. No, it isn't me in the picture. It isn't. Let's enter the code. Excellent. And there's a key. Take the key.
This key looks different.
It doesn't look like it's for any of these wooden doors.
It's
Maybe
Ian
it's a
McGuire.
cell key.
It isn't Ian McGuire.
No, it doesn't look like it's for a cell.
Let's go and find another door then.
So, I'll give you a bit of a clue who the guy in the picture is. It isn't me. It's someone I know personally, and he is the gentleman that actually came up with the name Deep Within. He's come up with quite a few of the ideas in the game as well. So you'll notice as we go through here, things do look a bit strange. If we actually died and started the level again, the level would look different because doors would appear in certain places that aren't there before. Touch Deep One says, Jay Vegas, you're my teacher. You can call me Sensei if you want.
I think the walls are closing in.
The walls are
Run,
closing in.
quick.
Let's get out of here. So let's get down here. So guys, as I go down here and through this door, I'm going to hang around here for a second because we now have a choice.
There's a gun over there.
Are you gonna fire it or leave it?
What do you want me to
I've
do?
only fired a gun once before.
Do you want me to fire the gun or do you want me to leave it? This is one of the many choices that you get within Deep Within. So we can either fire it or leave it. You tell me. Rich Man, how long is the game? Deep Within, it's hard to say because at the moment there are different ways you can take and you end up in different areas of the game. There's about, to get from one point to the end point, there's about 3 ways you can actually play the game at the moment, so some ways are longer than others. To go the longest way, it probably takes about maybe an hour and a half at the moment. But some places are severely broken right now. How old were you when you started programming? I was about 16. And I'm 32 now, so that was 16 years ago. Ah, Mr. Scotty Too Hottie, Sensei. So you want me to fire it? You want me to fire it? Okay. Oh, one for leave it. Dovahkiin. I used to be an otaku. I'll talk about that in a second. A lot of people are saying fire. Quite a few people saying leave. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, God. Alright, calm down, people. Calm down. Okay. There seems to be an overwhelming vote for fire. Okay.
Oh, you're left-handed?
Let's have a little fun.
How are we going to do that?
That gun has 5 shots left in it. Hit those targets over there.
So there was meant to be more after this, but it was never put into the game properly. And hopefully a couple of you will notice this.
That's enough. Put the gun back and let's get out of here.
Okay, put the gun down. Okay, so just so you guys know, if we'd have actually left the gun and gone into this room here, we actually would have been trapped and we would have been gassed out and we've had to find a way out. It's just one of the kind of, if you'd have taken it, well, we have taken it and this happens. If you don't take it, then yeah. So let's get out. So I'm going to leave it now because this is the end of this area. And the next area is kind of incomplete and it's a little bit broken, but I might do it on the next live stream just to quickly show you what happens. But yeah, that's the end of Deep Within for this particular section. So you can see there's no voiceover here for this bit. So it's saved, so we'll leave it there. Let's head to Unity. So yeah, when I was younger, I used to be an otaku. I literally owned probably more than 1,000 DVDs of various different anime. I used to like things like Full Metal Alchemist, Beck, and I also used to like the really, well, as I call them now, girly ones like Love Hina, things like that. I used to watch a lot of stuff. Ronald Glory, remember those from FPS tutorials? Yep, that's exactly it. So, now, the funny thing is, we've spoken about otaku, and as hopefully some of you will know, otaku is something Japanese. And what I'm going to do now is make something called, well, let's say make something called, but something similar to Pachinko. And if nobody knows what Pachinko is, have a quick Google of it. It's very strange. It's a Japanese thing. Right, I'm just going to take a second and just have a drink, guys. Cola through a straw. Okay, so Pachinko. Let's have a look. So let's start with a base for the entire thing. Let's keep everything uniform as well. How to make a loading screen, says Arslan Mansour. It depends what you want to do with a loading screen itself, and it's not too difficult, to be honest. I'll probably go through it in a tutorial at some point anyway. They are handy, certainly, definitely. Right, so I think firstly I'm just going to create a material. What colour should I have it? Let's have it red. It's a nice red material onto there. Let's expand it. Let's have it as 20, maybe. What does it look like in the camera? Pull the camera back. Oh. So a quick look in the chat, shall we? Using Blender. Do you know what, Christian? Blender is a lot of fun. If you sit and play with it for long enough, you'll be amazed what kind of things you can create with it. I was in the middle of doing a Blender series, you know, and I've just kind of not pushed it to one side, but kind of have other things on my plate. Let's see what else am I doing. Let's build the entire frame. Let's rotate it to 90. About there. Let's duplicate. A bit there. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Let's do the top. Might have these a different colour. I'll have this one green, I guess. Green. How do you add a gun to a third person, says Pokin Newsman. You would need a model for that. There is a couple of nice models in the asset store. Some of them are free. You can use a couple there. But generally, you wouldn't, like I say, you would need a model. It's not something you can add in, you know, on the fly. You could give it is possible. It is possible, but by all means. But it's easier to actually have the model with the gun built into it. Let's have it rotate 45 degrees. In fact, no, minus 45 degrees, and let's shrink it to 10. So I have that at minus 45. Oops. Why did you do that? So I'll have that one at minus 45, this one at 45. I'll tell you what, the chat's going really fast today, guys. You're very talkative. Jimmy, can you say how to initiate and maintain an indie game dev studio? Prime Hunter Studios, yes, I will. You were here earlier when I said about the other channel that I was working on called JV Unity Extra. That's going to have stuff like that, like videos, what things you can do to kind of maintain momentum in an indie studio and keep it going, and fresh ideas and all kinds of stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that later this year. Let's see. And move that to there. Oops, I didn't mean to select them too. There we go. How does that look? Kind of off center, but we can set that in the middle. Let's move these. And the camera. There, that should do. So what's going on here? We're on about low poly games, are we? Do you know, it's surprising how detailed and graphical low poly games can actually be if you give the right amount of attention and lighting in there. Can you start a series for Android games? Already did. I did an infinite kind of runner kind of series for Android and iOS. I was considering doing another one using different methods and a different style of game, so I may consider that at some point. But at the moment, I'm maxed out on the amount of series I will do. At least until one ends, which is going to be the Super Mario series. But that's going to be replaced with the survival horror series. Okay, so let's get, what are they called? Spheres. Let's take a sphere, zero it out. And it's disappeared. Where have you gone? There you are. Okay, shrink it. Oops, that's too small. And I'm going to have these yellow. Material, yellow. Let's have a look. That'll do. There we go. Sorry guys, another drink there. It's kind of a bit warm in this room. So Pachinko, if you guys don't know what Pachinko is, I'll give you a little quick demonstration. It's kind of like ball bearings all falling through kind of fun stuff. As I say, it's very Japanese. So let's add some physics to this. Let's add a rigid body. Let's make sure it works. Yep. Okay. So let's not do that. Let's duplicate. Let's have a couple and just see what the effects are on this now. Let's have 8 and then see what happens. Rush. It does look like an angry square, doesn't it? Looks pretty angry. Pretty angry. What I think I'm going to do now is let's enclose this in. So let's take this, bring it out. Just stop all these things falling everywhere. 20. Let's put it into place there. Might need to make it a bit higher. Let's make that about 30. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay. Now let's see what happens if we duplicate all our spheres. It's stuff like this I like doing in Unity, the kind of playing around and seeing what happens. Because there's all sorts of things you'll discover when you play around in Unity. Okay, so let's get some rotational stuff in. Let's take this. Let's bring it down. I think I'll decrease the size of it to maybe 6. And I'm going to have this blue. Create material. Jimmy, why don't you use a Mac? Okay, I'm going to be really controversial. I have no Apple stuff. I've never owned anything Apple because I do not like Apple as a company. Don't get me wrong. I know their technology that they have and everything they create is really good, but Windows PC Master Race, says Mace. Well, I'll be honest, that annoys me as well. I really hate seeing people argue about video games. Oh, console gaming. Oh, console game. Oh, no, PC Master Race. It's like, we all play games. Just get along. Windows is only good for gaming. End of story. Oh, dear. What started here? Oh, dear. Okay, so let's create a script. Just a rotate script. Yep. Oh, come on, hurry up. Open up, please. So who's that? Rabbit Vista? Is that right? Uses Windows 7 and Programmer. Yep. Kilo, don't like the Apple either. Yep. Tell me about it. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan of Apple. Like I say, as a company, I know they're decent, but just not a massive fan of them. Let's call it rot speed. And what we're going to do, transform, rotate. It's going to be on the Z axis. Yeah. Oh, Arslan's another one. Don't like Apple either. I think Apple's one of them companies you either love them or you hate them. Right, I hope this works. I'm going to look a bit foolish if it doesn't. It doesn't work. Why don't you work? Oh, that's because I've not set the rot speed, have I? There we go. I think we're going to change the gravity on these spheres. Let's increase the mass to 2 and see how they react. Kilo, multiplayer. That kind of stuff, full character animations, that's really quite advanced. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go with the FPS series. There's a lot more episodes that I've got planned. We're looking at least 50 episodes to actually get somewhere with a decent game, because there's so much to learn, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it. Jimmy, you're my biggest idol. I'm awesome. Do you know, I wish I was awesome in real life. I honestly do. Wait, I am awesome in real life. What am I on about? Jogo, are you going? Thanks for popping in. See you next stream, hopefully. Make sure you pop by. It'll be in August. Jimmy, since we are playing around, could you show us a simple script to make the camera follow a certain path, like for cinematics? Yeah, you could use animation. It's really easy. I tell you what. Let me show you on this camera now. So the main camera, animation, create the animation. I'll just call it cam follow. And you just set the certain places you want it to be. So it starts at 0, 0, 0 in the these positions here for the first frame. Let's say by the, I don't know, 10 seconds in, which is 600th frame, you want the camera to be up here. Then you would do that. And let's say by the 20th second, you want it to be, let's say, down here. That's how you quickly do it. It's just animation. That's all it is. Game Maker Locker, hi from Britain. Oh, Rabbit's from Britain as well. Lots of Brits in today. Lots of Brits. Christian, because I only do one stream a month. I just don't have the time nor resources to do more than one a month at the moment. Same with the tutorials. I don't really have the time to make more than 2 a week unless I've got time off from work or something similar. So anyway, with the camera now, if you press play, it'll follow that path. As you can see, it's kind of going upwards. And obviously the more animation you have, it can go other places as well. So it's all just using the animation to make the camera follow certain paths. How long took you learn scripting, and how long have you been using Unity? I've been using Unity since 2012, I think. Sounds about right. Might have been late 2012. I've been programming since I was 16, and I'm 32 now, as I said earlier in the stream. So half my life I've been programming, and Unity I've been using for almost 5 years. So let's take that animator off the camera. So we've got it back to normal there. Now, let's have a bit more fun with this. Let's bring that to there, duplicate it, bring that to there, -5. Let's see what happens. Hey! So, as we can see, there is fun to be had. Physics is a funny old thing in Unity. What are we doing now? Let's take this, let's bring it upwards. Same with this one. Let's bring this to here, maybe. And now we'll have that as -45. And let's take that script off. Don't want them to rotate. Can you tell us how to set up lighting for scene with outdoor and indoor locations, indoors darkness, and without skybox reflections? T-Man, it's pretty easy to do. All you would really need to do is set kind of triggers for certain areas in the game with different lighting, and you could have a script in there which kind of fades out your light and adapts into the new one, and also use a bit of code to kind of alter the skybox. I'll probably do it at some point in another tutorial, but we'll see what happens. So Rabbit Twisters, I'm in Texas, but I'm British and German. So you live in Texas? Because if you do, that's damn lucky of you. Hey. My friend did programming and I looked up stuff about Unity. Do you know the funny thing is, I actually have a Unity hat, and I was wearing my Unity hat today. I see it as kind of like a bit of advertisement. Now, do you know what? I think I'll have that as 30 and have that as -30. We'll do it that way. And let's have some more spheres. Let's take these. Let's see how this reacts now. Lucrezia is also in Texas. Yeah, I'm sure you said that. Was it last tutorial? Last live stream. Thing is, you're lucky people, because that is my dream. I honestly wish I could actually get a job in America, because myself and Mrs. Vegas very much love America as a country. I feel more patriotic when it comes to America than I do for England, if I'm honest. I absolutely love America. I love it. So let's move that to... Now, do you know what? That's going to glitch into the wall. No, not too happy about this, the way this is going. Let's move this back. Let me see what we're going to do with these. Tell you what, this chat's moving awfully fast for me. How different are JS and Unity scripts? Quite different. I'm not entirely sure why it is referred to as JavaScript, because it theoretically isn't JavaScript, is it? It's a variant of it. JS is Unity script, right? Well, like I say, may sort of. Lucrezia, believe me, I would do absolutely anything at all to be in America. You know, absolutely anything. I'd be president if there's a job going. You know, I think I'd be pretty good at that. There's a Mrs. Vegas. Rabbits, there is, and there's also Baby Vegas too, although he's not a baby really. He's a little brat, I can tell you that much. Let's have that as 5 maybe, and -5. And let's set up some boxes to fall into. Let's see, where should we put this one? Let's have it a bit taller. About there. Nope, wrong button. I wanted to duplicate it. Let's have a look. Do you know what, Lucrezia? If it was as easy as just going to America, believe me, I would. If only. If only. Baby Vegas, I didn't know about this. Well, like I say, he's not really a baby. He's nearly 4. Diego, I would like to live in the USA, yeah. I'm not sure what the appeal is of America, but all you Americans are absolutely lucky. I would give my right arm to live in America. I'd love to live in Canada. So, what's that? T5 pictures? Do you know what? Canada intrigues me as well. Canada's weird from what I've seen. It's like it's America, but it's England. It's got everything America's got in some ways, but it's got the pleasantry of England. So I wouldn't mind Canada, but well, as you guys probably already aware, my favorite place on earth is Las Vegas. It is. What is the goal of this game? Kilo, no real goal. I'm just trying to imitate a Pachinko machine in Japan. And I'm just playing around with physics and seeing what happens with everything I do. Let's put this on here. Let's make these smaller. And let's have these rotate quite a lot faster. Let's have 20 and minus 20. Diego! 10. What's your currency over there, man, in Brazil? Yeah, Kilo just asked that as well. I'm not massively great on South American currency. Either way, man, every little penny helps one way or another. So, yeah. Thanks, man. I honestly appreciate it. Endermanic says, I wish I could give you money, but I'm poor and don't have any money. Endermanic, don't worry. It's never about the money. All the money does is help me do what I do. It's not something I expect from people. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. Don't worry. The tutorials are not going to stop coming. Well, hopefully. But aside from that, don't worry about it. As long as you're learning, that is the main thing here. That's why I do this. Rich man, I would give you money, but I can't donate from Czech Republic. Don't worry about it. As I say, it's about learning more than anything. What's that? Refanis Gaming says, I need some help. In Unity, can you do cutscenes? Yes, you can. If you kind of back up on this live stream about 5 or 10 minutes, we actually did a quick little thing with the camera with animation where we could see that's how you can do a cutscene. But I'll be doing it in another tutorial at some point anyway, so don't worry about it too much. I'll probably do a mini tutorial maybe next month or the month after. Super Chat isn't available in Albania, though. There's a lot of countries it's not available in. Super Chat is quite handy, but I don't think it's as efficient as what Twitch has. But so saying that, I'm not a massive fan of Twitch. That's why I do my streaming on YouTube. Okay, so we can see. Right, what I'm going to do, I think. Let's have some different coloured spheres, just to see what happens. So what colour should we have? Material. Let's have purple. What have we got now? Chat again, going quite fast. Yeah, what's that? Grass. Oh. Mr. Ponty, I'm just going to say that. Is that right? Hi, Jim. I've seen some of your videos. I've learned quite a lot. That's the idea. That's what I'm aiming for. Rich man, YouTube discriminates Czech Republic. Excuse me. Not going to get into that with YouTube. They can be a bit funny sometimes. And as a creator, believe me, they certainly can be a little bit funny. Not sure why. Not sure why. So let's have a couple of purple ones here and there, shall we? Let's just see what happens. So incidentally, have any of you guys ever been to Japan and seen any of these pachinko machines, or, well, just been to Japan in general? Wait, hey. I might keep this up and carry on next live stream as well. See if we get a bit of a scoring system going and see what happens. Kilo, if you delete all copies of Deep Within, well, you'd have to also get access to about 3 other computers as well. There are still multiple copies of Deep Within around. Because don't forget, it wasn't just me specifically that was developing it. Philly John, hi all. Hi Jimmy. Hi Philly John. How's it going? Jimmy is trying to lock the laugh. Huh? I don't get what you mean, buddy. Come on, Dragonborn, what do you mean? Watashi wa Michael desu dozo yo. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there. So you do know a bit of Japanese. He's trying to avoid some problems. Well, not specifically problems, but let's just say partner support isn't exactly the best service in the world when it comes to YouTube. If there are any other creators here, that they'll probably know exactly what I mean. All right, let's have a quick drink, shall we? Let's have a quick drink. Oh, I am thirsty today, guys. Lucrezia, I've never been to Japan though, but I want to go visit. Japan's a nice place. Japan is a very nice place, actually. So yeah, it was... Well, we're in 2017 now, so it's 11 years since I went to Japan. I enjoyed it quite a lot. Kilo, wish we would get sponsored by Unity or something else. Do you know, Kilo, I would absolutely love that. If they actually approached me and said, Mr. Vegas, would you kindly be our tutorial developer? As long as they said I could move to San Francisco, where they're based, I would say, yes, of course I will. But I feel like that's never going to happen. Besides, they have their own guys to do tutorials. Yep, they do. Hey, from your Unity 5 third-person controller helped me a lot, but how do I add color to the skin? Okay. So that third-person controller itself is built into the standard assets of Unity. There's loads of other ones out there on the asset store that you can get for free. Take a look at them. They, you know, probably more use, to be honest. Well, Rabbit, I'm glad you chose me over music. What would you have listened to, by the way? What kind of music are you guys into on the whole? Recorder, I use OBS. I used to use something different in the old tutorials, but in January this year, I kind of upgraded everything about this channel and got everything better. So obviously now we're in 1080p on the tutorials rather than 720p. The recording software is better. The sound quality is better. As you guys can probably hear, the sound quality is a lot better. So I just invested money in myself to actually get the channel better. I think they're going too fast. They look a bit silly, if I'm honest. They do look a bit silly. Should we have a look in the asset store if we can find any skyboxes? So we can have as a nice background. Let's have a look. There's a couple. You guys ever had a real good look at the asset store? It's there's a lot of good stuff on here. Really, really useful, especially for beginners. Quite a lot of it is free as well. Let's change this. Let's have that as -10. 10. Let's have that as -10 as well. Hey Jimmy, what mic do you use? Do you really want to know? Do you really, really, really want to know? The microphone I am actually using right now, Let me pick it up. It actually says Rock Band on it. It's very strange, isn't it? The funny thing is, when I was actually experimenting with microphones earlier this year, I found out that this is the best quality that I could possibly get. Because, let's face it, it does sound pretty good. So what do we listen to then? So, Courtesy Call? I've never heard of them. What's my favourite game? Christopher English says. Oh wow, I'll go into that in just a second. Dragonborn listens to Iron Maiden, good choice. Hard rock, yeah. An Arabic kind called Noi. Oh wow, I've never heard of that. Dubstep down. Oh, so you got a broad range of what you listen to. Nice. Okay. Can't live without music and a Manak. Yeah, music is quite important. Yeah. My finest gaming. How much time have you used Unity? Nearly 5 years. Went through it, what, about 10 minutes ago? Yeah, it's about nearly 5 years. Lucrezia, the Rock Band mic is that good. I am literally using it right now. What's this? Cactus Gamer says, "Hey Jimmy, I have an idea for a new series. How to make Clash of Clans strategy game. Strategy games are actually quite difficult in Unity. I would advise before even getting into any of that, you actually learn to a certain point a lot of the basics, even to an intermediate level. Rock Band 1, 2, 3. I'll be honest, Lucrezia, I'm not sure which one it is. I just kind of rooted it out earlier this year. It was from. It'd be one of them. It won't be 4 because it'll be one from the 360. Can you help us on making a door by which a character could walk into and push open with no animation, just real hinges? Kilo, for that, all you would do is on the door, if you wanted to set the hinge up, and then you'd set a trigger on the door, so as soon as your character hits that trigger, you would have a script which says to add the rotation, whatever it would be, to that hinge, so you wouldn't need to use animation. You could just add to the local rotation and just rotate it that way, obviously through the trigger onto the door. Christian, good night. I have to get up in 2.5 hours. Wow, that's not a lot of sleep. That's not a lot of sleep at all, man. Yeah. Hopefully see you next time then. Take care, man. You got the Rock Band 4 mic. To be honest, it'll probably be just as good. Try it and see what it comes back as. Call Me Police 100 says, "Thank you, Jimmy, for your tutorials." No problem. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the education. Let's have that as 5. Let's have that. Oops. I meant to snap that one. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this stream. I might have had a little bit of fun with this. I think next time, next live stream, I'm going to carry on with this and maybe build up a bit of a point scoring system and see what happens. Play a bit more of Deep Within. As I say, the next area in Deep Within is completely... It is only literally half built, but we'll go through it anyway so you can see what it's like if you want to. Yep. What company are we on about here? So, and Manak says, "Hope he gets really popular with his company." When's the next RPG tutorial? Mace. Okay, I'll tell you. Let me have a look. The answer is I don't know, because it's not on this piece of paper in front of me. Damn. Okay. It's probably going to be early August, but I might be wrong, because I've only got written down here up until the 31st of July. I'll have to sort that out. How much did the mic cost? No idea. It came with Rock Band. Boss Flow says, learn so much, bro. Thanks. No problem. As I say, that's what I'm here for you guys to learn. I know you guys ask about comments, but it's hard for me to reply to every comment because I get that many. It's a lot of comments. But live stream's always the best place to ask me something because at least I can kind of keep track of the comments that's going on there. Orphanis Gaming, Jimmy, I love you so much. Thank you. Oh, hang on. It scrolled. It scrolled. I've missed you. Where have you gone? You've gone. Oh, blast. Oh, there we go. That's everything I know about Unity is from you. If you wouldn't be doing tutorials, I would quit making games. Don't quit making games just because someone stops making tutorials. Never give up. Kickstarter for Deep Within. Oh, I don't think I've got the guts to do that again, Kilo. I might have to find some other way of sorting that out. I did see one up there. Herald says, Jimmy, can you teach us how to make a shopping system? Yes, I can. That's coming real soon in the Beginner 5 series. So keep an eye out for that. That is coming soon. Do you have any games made? And if yes, where can I download? Okay, so there is one game that you can download. It's called Keep Flying, and all that was is just a little kind of project that I put together to base a tutorial series on. And obviously, earlier in this tutorial, live stream, sorry, I had Deep Within, but that's not available, and as it stands, probably never will be. Do you make 3D models as well? Yes, I do, but not all of the models used in the tutorials are made by me. They are sourced from other places. Obviously, if permission is needed, permission is granted. Is creating an FPS similar to an outdoor environment, says Christopher. Sort of. It depends what you're aiming for, to be honest. Diego, Canada is a good option. Go there for good IT jobs. I wish I was good at IT. Going to live there in 2019. Good luck to you, man. You know, I do hear Canada's a nice place. It's a nice place. How do you make a character playable? I've been trying for an eternity. Rabbit, you would need to get the character model from something like the asset store. So let's quickly head on to the asset store now, and let's have a quick look, shall we? Dragonborn. Okay, Jimmy, thanks for the live stream, and thanks for everything you do here. Dude, no problem. No problem. So 3D models, characters, and let's click on free only. And as you can see, there is some stuff that you can use here. So that if you have a look here, Rabbit, you'll be able to find loads of stuff. Patreon for Deep Within. It's a possibility, Lucrezia. It's a possibility. What do you think of Buildbox for creating mobile games? Never used it. I've never really looked into it too much, so I don't really have an opinion on that. Cactus, when's the next racing game tutorial coming out? The next racing game tutorial is on 13th of July for... well, it's in early access on 13th of July, so it'll probably follow a couple of days later for anyone who's not a subscriber to that. Mace, see you later, my friend. You take care. Hope to see you next time, dude. Yeah, Dover Keen, Dragonborn's off to play some guitar. Good stuff. Hey, can you tell me the best way of optimizing an endless mobile game with high graphics? There's not really a best way to tell you, to be honest. Is it, Rahul? Not really the best way to tell you. It's just what you can do. I mean, lighting always helps, and you know, using as little resource as possible is always a good idea. Exam results. Oh god, I remember them back in my day. Exam results. Alright, Jimmy, I have one more question. Are you going to work more in the inventory system? Yes. The inventory system is going to be more specific to the RPG series, simply because in an RPG game, that's where you would normally find the inventory. The one in the beginning tutorial is just kind of how to show you simply how it can be done. How to animate enemies. Rabbit, have a look at the RPG series. We recently did that with the zombie that we got in there. In a couple of other series, we'll be doing it as well with like maybe spiders and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll be dealing with animated enemies and AI and all that stuff. But I'd say at the moment the FPS series does have that in, so have a quick look at some of the later episodes in that. Vanis is having a problem with Unity on PC. When I open a project, it crashes. What you could try doing is changing your version of Unity, if that's the case. What version of Unity are you using at the moment? Let's have a quick drink. I am thirsty, guys. Let's have a play. Yeah. So I'm gonna save this now. Let's save this scene. Scene 001. Let's save that one there. Making a Minecraft game, but I don't have a modeling program. Is there a way to conjoin cubes and animate them? Yeah, if you put the cubes together in a game object, like an empty game object, you can animate it that way. So I've just seen somewhere someone says the genre that I like and favorite game. All that I was going to answer that earlier and I completely forgot. So I don't have one specific favorite game. I have a range of games which I class as my favorite because I can never choose. And they are Final Fantasy XII, which is just been re-released, hasn't it? Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, BioShock, Last of Us, and Shenmue. So they are the games which I absolutely adore. My favourite genre, I don't particularly have a favourite genre, but there are some that I don't kind of go towards. I'm not a fan of sports games, not really my thing, and strategy games aren't really my thing, but I'm open to pretty much everything. Be honest, I love a good RPG. I love a good JRPG. Racing games, you can't beat a bit of Gran Turismo sometimes. Open world games, depending if the open world is decent. Action, adventure, pretty much anything. FPS games. So Orphanis is using 5.6.2. My recommendation to you, Orphanis Gaming, would be hold out for just a couple more weeks, because in around 15, 16, 17 days time, Unity is going to publicly release something called Unity 2017.1. So I'm not sure if you guys know, but Unity 5 is not Unity 5 anymore. It's no longer, everything now is not called Unity 5. It's called Unity 2017. And then next year it's going to be Unity 2018, year after Unity 2019. So it's still Unity. The game engine itself is still technically based on the Unity 5 engine, but it's just going to have a different name. That's all. Oh, Skyrim. Maximilian. Skyrim. Skyrim is fantastic. I love Skyrim. That is up there on one of my favourites as well. Absolutely fantastic game. Lucrezia. Final Fantasy 12, one of my favourites. I don't know what it was about 12. I absolutely love 12. It's fantastic. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave this live stream here. I am off to McDonald's now. Am I allowed to say McDonald's? I am allowed to say McDonald's, aren't I? Yeah, I'm allowed to say on live stream. If not, it's tough. Because I'm a little bit hungry and I want a burger. So yeah, guys, if you've got any more questions, ask them quick now before I end. Quick, get them in there. Quick, quick, quick. Rabbit, do a lot of gaming. Tomb Raider, Dawn of Dragon. Yeah. I remember Tomb Raider. I haven't played Tomb Raider since the 90s, to be honest, though. Oh, and one more thing. If anyone can get me a job in the United States of America, send me a message or something. Just, someone get me a job in America, please. I love America. I'll hang around for another second, see if anyone else asking questions. Make a shotgun, melee weapons, holding gun. Okay, so a player model, cactus, you would have to get from the asset store. Shotgun, you can use the same mechanics as what the pistol is, just bigger recoil or whatever. Melee weapons, yeah, we'll go into that at some point anyway. Do Lucrezia give me some McDonald's? Yeah, Lucrezia, dude, if you get me over into America to live there forever, I will buy you McDonald's for the rest of your life. How's that for a deal? Ronald, get a quarter pounder. The thing is, you know what I do like? Double quarter pounders. I like double quarter pounders, but they don't actually sell them in England. You have to make them yourself. Graciano Ponti, do you make 3D models? Some of them, yes, I do. Some of them, no. Just depends how I'm feeling, I guess. Can you make AAA game tutorials? Philly John. Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll soon see. Maybe I'll make the next Bioshock or something. I don't know. McDonald's is hiring here in the US. They're hiring everywhere, man, aren't they? Literally every country. Someone just get me a job in America. I'll give you whatever you want for the rest of your life. BeamNG says, I love your vids. No problem. No problem. A lot of people like them. I guess they're helpful, aren't they? They are helpful, aren't they? Yeah. Good. Herald, are you going to play our games anymore? Yes. If you send me your games that you've made in Unity, yes, I will play them on live streams. No one sent me one for this live stream, so that's why there was only Deep Within on this one. But yes, you send you know, give me details. You send me links. Yep, I'll play them. In what software do you model? Blender. I use Blender. Graciano, Mr. Ponte, Blender. Yeah, I've already looked into that, Diego. It's a bit all that kind of stuff of getting into America or different things. Yeah, I don't have the money to do it. I just need someone to sponsor me and give me a job. Are there minor differences to the UI depending on Unity version? Not that I've noticed. The only difference I noted was in Unity 5.3 there was a weird glitch with the UI where it would kind of spasm out. It'd look a bit strange, but that was fixed in one of the later releases. That's the only thing I've really noticed, to be honest. On FPS, make a sentry gun you can set up. It's pretty easy. I might go for that, actually. It's a good idea. Made a tutorial on how to make a Resident Evil camera, but would you teach us how to make a full-on Resident Evil game, please, Jimmy? Game Maker Locker, I should say. Sort of. My next series is going to be a survival horror game, so I might actually look into try and do that. So we'll see. Richman fan game series, possibly on the JV Unity Extra channel, but for now I'm doing them just on live streams. Where will you stay if you come to America? Ronald, I will stay anywhere. I would live in somebody's backyard if I could. Mainly, I'd obviously prefer some of the main cities there, somewhere like you got New York or San Francisco, Seattle, LA, preferably Vegas. As you probably guessed, I love Vegas, but yeah, somewhere like that. Any of the big cities. So yeah, what's this? Akash asks, hey Jimmy, could you do a series or video focused on animation-based scripts? You mean how to create animation in a script or how to activate an animation from a script? Because either is relatively easy to do anyway. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, it's time is it? It's actually 7:15 here, and it is dinner time for me. So, until when am I doing the next live stream? I think it's about the 12th of August. I'm going to do the next live stream, guys. Yeah, 12th of August. So until then, I'll hang around in the chat for just a couple more minutes. But yeah, guys, keep watching, keep learning, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Guys, thanks very much for watching.